Hey Gut Feeler Champ, in this video we're going to talk about the 7 worst habits that destroy your liver, contribute to fatty liver disease that you never want to do. I invite you now to create a mental checklist and then let me know at the end of the video in the comments below how many of the worst habits do you have. 10 out of 10 obviously is the worst, maybe you have 2 out of 10. Starting off with number 7 has to do with your sleep. If you have irregular sleep patterns, meaning you go to bed at 10 sometimes at 2 a.m. or you're chronically deprived of sleep, you don't sleep enough for your body to recover. This is a huge contributing factor for liver disease because your body needs time to heal and cleanse itself, and especially throughout the night. There are 3 organs which are the most active: your kidneys, your adrenals, and your liver. Chinese medicine is very wise. They know that between 1 and 3 a.m. is the high time of the liver. This is when fresh blood is made and your body also releases the most toxins during the night because you're not eating, because your brain needs less energy. So this is the prime time of the liver where you want to make sure you are in bed and you have restful sleep. Ideally, if you really want to be top notch, you want to respect the sacred healing window, which is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. During this time, your body has the largest healing capacity. Worst habit for fatty liver, number 6. Not a surprise, but there's still this myth that, a red wine in the evening is good, or a beer after work doesn't do any harm. Yes, it does. Any amount of alcohol is too much. If you have an overburdened liver, if you have fatty liver, if you want to make sure your liver stays healthy, the liver really doesn't need any more extra work than we have already with our environment where we're living in. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. Once your body detects, there is alcohol in the bloodstream, your liver goes into shutdown mode. All of the 1,000+ function get paused and the liver just focuses on getting that toxic alcohol out of the system. Because if it gets to your brain cells die. So there is no okay amount of alcohol. And also, gut feeler, be aware of these healthy trends right now that, I'm going to have my kombucha for my probiotics and my gut health. That stuff has alcohol too. It's fermented. The same goes for these medicinal tinctures that have alcohol. Say no to them. There are better alternatives. Worst habit number 5, excessive use of medication. Medication puts a huge stress on your liver because most of the medication like acetaminophen, Tylenol, those painkillers, and also most antibiotics, they are metabolized in the liver and they often stay in there for a long time. Just straining the liver and over a long time can lead to liver damage as well. If you're on medication, I invite you to really check up regularly with your treating physician that you are only taking the essentials. And nowadays there is so much alternative medicine knowledge out there already. Keep your eyes open. I'm not telling you to stop your medication at all, disclaimer, but check in if you're not over-medicated. And on the note of the painkillers, if you're somebody who takes regularly painkillers for your menstruation, for headaches and things like that, pain is a warning sign, it's a message, right? So we don't want to just slap the messenger, but instead understanding the root cause where that pain, where that cry for help is coming from. Western medicine often treats our body as, there's something faulty, and then we just give that pill and shut it down. But from what I learned and what I experienced, the body is highly intelligent. It's a hugely complex organism that we haven't really understood with our little brain yet. Let me know if you agree to this in the comments below. I'm curious if we're on the same page there. Liver destroying habit number 4, too much fat and the wrong kind of fat, the bad fats, trans fats that are in most processed foods, fried or even deep fried products, and then still underestimated the bad vegetable oils, canola, soybean, corn oil. To replace them, I recommend just the 2 basic oils: olive oil for salads and for cooking, coconut oil. But in any circumstance, you want to make sure you don't eat so much fat, even the healthy ones. Because breaking down fat needs a lot of effort from the liver. It needs to produce bile, the small intestine get taxed, the stomach get taxed. And all these organs, they already have enough to do if you're having fatty liver or an overburdened liver. Instead, focus on fruits, vegetables, low protein, and some healthy fats, ideally from whole foods like an avocado, or eating a coconut instead of using the coconut oil. If you're like, oh my God, I'm just eating too much fat, what else should I eat? And need some help with your liver or your gut, I created a 1-week gut healing challenge, which lays everything out for you. It's really a no-brainer. I made it for people like you and me who have busy lives. You can check it out up here. I'll link it in the description below. It's called the 1-week gut healing challenge. Gives you a meal plan, shopping list, everything included. Worst habit for your liver, number 3. What's this? Stress. Not enough talked about. If you just have one worst habit and it's this number 3, healing the liver is almost impossible. Because when you're in a stress state, adrenaline is high, your sympathicus is active, and healing only happens in a state of relaxation. I recommend to at least once per day reach a deep state of relaxation, and that ideally is not just sleeping. It can be 10 minutes of conscious breathing, maybe you do want to do some yoga. What I like to do is before I eat anything, I put my hands on my heart, a ritualized habit thing, breathe into my heart and say thank you, and just connect with my body as well before I eat anything. So I do this at least 2 times per day. There's no right or wrong here, but you gotta get out of the stressful state, because that creates inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and taxes your body, especially your immune system and your liver, because your liver needs to deal with all this excess adrenaline. It's highly, highly erosive for your blood vessels as well. Which brings us to the deadly combination: stress plus number 2 worst habit, no exercise, lack of physical activity. So you have all the stress built up in your body and you just sit there. One thing that can help with stress is exercise. You want to get that metabolism activated, get the juices flowing, the lymph system, which is the waste dump of the body. Everything needs to move, oxygenate the blood. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym every day for 2 hours, but 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day of an exercise that you enjoy, of movement that you enjoy. Maybe it's a walk with your dog. I personally like dancing on my balcony in between work sessions. I do like 10 to 15 minutes about 4 times per day. So on my schedule, one of my favorite sports in the world is volleyball with a team, and I have my socializing for the week, so I do that twice per week. I'm curious about you. Are you exercising enough? What exercise do you enjoy? Are you doing something you like, or you do it like, oh, because I have to? And you might have guessed it, last but not least, number 1 are high fructose corn syrup, the bad sugars, and the fake sugars, artificial sweeteners. Table sugar and high fructose corn syrup are not natural foods. They're extremely processed, they are made for pleasure, and that's everything. Creates inflammation, spikes your insulin levels, and can lead to diabetes type 2. You want to get those out, and 100% out. Eat some fresh dates, use some natural stevia, the green stevia, not the white stuff. And most of all, super important, all those healthy alternative sugars are not healthy at all. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose, your body doesn't even know that this is a food, because that doesn't occur. And everything that is in your digestive system and your body is like, what is this? Gets attacked. It's an invader. Invader equals immune response equals inflammation, higher inflammation, more taxing on your body. It's also an irritation for your metabolism and for your gut lining, and long term can lead to liver damage. Now, gut feeler friend, enough said. I'm curious about your checklist. I want to hear your results. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Don't be ashamed, because being aware of the things that are so toxic for the liver is the first starting point. So wherever you're starting, even if you're starting 10 out of 10, it's not too late to give your beautiful liver some care.